All right, so we are here again on this Zoom call. It is our Super Monday Zoom presentation, and we are happy to be here. Now we're starting a little late, so it means that I will have to do some skipping, but we will get the entire package as I planned it. There is one new thing that I discovered in our payment plan that I will present. Maybe somebody who probably a little more knowledgeable than me would be able to give some input in that in this new one as well. Okay, so what is it that we are doing? We are LiveGood, and I say we are because all of us are part of it here. I think everybody on the call may be a part already, and we have been living good because of LiveGood. All right. And I think that the name was appropriately chosen because that is exactly what it is. It's all about. We are intending, our aim is to help persons improve their health and also eradicate poverty, all right, in a safe, legal, and legitimate way. Now, what is that company? It's a company that is established in the United States, in Florida, and it's committed to helping people. And how do we do that? Well, firstly, by bringing to us the most advanced nutritional supplements on the market. All right. And why is it most advanced? Because it is made with the purest, highest quality ingredients. And beyond that, it is sold at the price that is affordable to all. A price that you will not be able to get anywhere else in the network marketing industry on the planet. And we are not boasting, we are giving the facts, right? And everyone can testify. And if you just have to be in it to see, just see the prices, and you would say, wow, where have these products been all along, right? And how is it that they're able to sell it at such low prices? We will tell you. Now, the products that we are talking about have been put together to achieve results. It's result oriented. It's not just everything, all kind of things just throw out into it to make a grand soup and then have persons drink and you don't exactly know what it's there for. It is designed to achieve results. All right. So our mission at LiveGood is to help people get healthy and stay healthy, and without having to spend a fortune to do it. Now, this is good because we know that health is expensive, right? Just tonight, I was watching the news, and a young lady whose son has to go into surgery needs $20,000 just to get a doctor to cut him, all right? To do whatever they have to do to remove whatever, stitch up whatever, $20,000, right? Medicine is expensive. Health is even more, right? But here in LiveGood, our aim, our mission, our goal is to help people get healthy. But not only that, to stay healthy. But you see, how could you do this? I know we can get healthy, but staying healthy, it's a lot more money. No, we are doing it at such a price, such affordable price, that pretty much everybody can stay on it, can stay on the product month after month after month. All right. And although you're not obligated to buy products, but because it is so good, and because you see results, persons just continue to buy, and they tell their friends about it. Now, who has put this company together? Ben Glensky, Noda Kazan, Lisa Goodkin, Ryan Goodkin. They are the ones who have put this company together. They have over 20, Ben Glensky have over 20 years experience in network marketing. Noda Kazan has over 30 years experience. And then Lisa and Ryan Goodkins are the health gurus. Dr. Ryan Goodkin is the one who actually put the products together. He's the one who formulates the product. His wife, Lisa Goodkin, is the one who educates us about all the products. And not only that, she lives and breathes. She uses every single one of the supplements every single day. Not only her, but the entire family, right? And she talks of health, she leads health, she trains persons in health, she's everything about healthy living, right? And the two of them combined have a Monday night program where they tell us about the products and the benefits to the human body. Now, LiveGood is a direct sales company, like most other network marketing company. But there is a vast difference. Somebody's mic is on. Yes, man. Yeah. But there's a vast difference, and the difference is, Marv, I'm gonna make you the host, and somehow I forgot that. To help me with the mics. Yes. Yeah. So, and the vast difference is LiveGood is seeing an explosion in growth and in interest. Why is that so? That's the $1 million question. All right. Well, for one, while most network marketing companies are going down, and since after the pandemic, they're going down because of their module, because of what the way they have done their thing all along. The most network marketing company have a very good product, well researched, but very overpriced. Most network marketing company has auto ship requirements. That means every month you need to sell products for the company. And if you don't, you can't dispose all of it, but the next month is coming up and you get a new shipment that you need to sell. And you have to think of creative ways and be running down persons and calling this. And it's almost like you have another work after your own work, right? And to calling people and trying to get them to buy products. Well, that LiveGood has disrupted that whole concept and say we don't need this thing, right? You don't have to be chasing down persons to buy products that they don't want or they can't afford, right? And so our whole module has disrupted and changed and revolutionized the network marketing industry. We'll show you what we are doing and why so many persons are flocking, literally leaving the other companies and coming over. Thirdly, LiveGood it's a membership company, a membership program, but it also pays back to its members. And it doesn't wait for the yearly, annual, when the shares are being given from these companies, the cooperatives and so forth. LiveGood does it every month, and even some cases every week, right? So that persons can have ongoing residual income as they qualify for the various compensation plan. So LiveGood has disrupted the network marketing industry, all right? And that is ultimately what has made LiveGood so different from every other company that ever existed. And that is why LiveGood is growing faster than any other network marketing company and even other membership company ever in history, right? Persons are literally flocking to it. Now, we have the products. Our whole business is based upon the health products. At least we start with this, and it's going to expand, right? It's going to expand. There are new things coming up. Home products and so forth, like things like detergents and cleaning stuff and other stuff that you use around the home, stuff that you will get on Amazon and on all of these other places. But remember what the thing about LiveGood, our price is rock bottom, right? And that is what is changing. Everybody knows that if you can save a penny, you have earned a penny. Because that penny that you would have used to pay something else, to pay for that product, you can use it for something else, or you can save it, right? And these times we need a lot of saving. These times we need a lot of money. We need the money to just expand, right? And go around and do a lot more than it has the power to do. But we just hope that it will do it, because of inflation, things are a lot more expensive than before, and the power of the dollar is so much more limited, right? So our products are natural products, and they are supplements, right? And our supplements, there are some claims that we cannot do. The FDA forbids that any supplement company should indicate that their product is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. We cannot make that claim. All right. So somebody would call me and tell me, do you have anything for cancer? I can't make that claim. We can't say that we have any product that's going to cure cancer or going to treat it or going to prevent it. No, we can't do that. These are supplements. We can't do this. We can't make these outlandish claims. It's not just wrong, but it's also illegal to do so. But however, what we consider our LiveGood products will address the deficiencies that we have in our bodies, right? And provide our bodies with the nutrients that are lacking. That we can see. And that is exactly how LiveGood works. Number one, as we get older, our cognitive function begins to decline. All right? Our brains are not as sharp as it used to be. We're not able to remember as we used to be able to. We're not able to memorize, right? When our brains are being challenged with problem solving and difficult things, we sometimes just not able to cope, right? And how many of us may be able to learn a new language when we are, when we are older? But when you're young, the kids pretty much, their brains are like sponge. They just take everything in, right? And it has something to do with what is called the mitochondrial energy level. In every cell, there is a mitochondria, right? The mitochondria is the energy producing center of every cell. So in the brain cell, there are mitochondria. In the muscle cell, they are, the skin cell, they are. So these are what that produces the energy to keep your cell functional and alive. Now, as you age, the level of production, the energy level that comes out of the mitochondria begins to decline and decline and decline. It means that your cell no longer has the capacity or the ability as it once used to have. So put all of these cells together, all of them working at 50% of what they used to work. Now you understand that you're not able to solve problems and to be creative and to have strong memory and so forth as you used to. Maybe it's cut down to half, right? And as you age, it gets lower and lower and lower. And that is what is called the aging process, right? So to improve your mitochondrial level, right? You need, if you want to be able to regain some of these that you have, you need to improve your mitochondrial health, right? That will help you focus, perform better at school, learn new things, even whilst you are older, right? And maintain your health and performance, the performance of your brain, right? You may still have a lot of duties, though you are older. You may be in a managerial capacity, and you have to be, the administrative skill and to be remembering so many things and to get things managed, but you are slowing down because you are aging. But you can regain some of that with a compound that we have called methylene blue. What does methylene blue do? Methylene blue is unique in that it has the ability to increase the amount of oxygen that is delivered to your brain cell, to the mitochondria, the energy factory, right? And so as more oxygen is released, along with the food, it burns it up in a process called respiration, and then you produce energy. So as more oxygen gets into these cells, it naturally causes more energy to be released into the cell. And so that's the cell that once could not work for 6 hours is able to do so again, right? That cell that could not, perform at 100% is able to do that again. So ultimately what you're doing is reversing or correcting or restoring, maybe that's a better word, the ability of your cell or your brain cells, right? And I think that's a good place to start, because usually we focus on the body, the heart, and everything else, but the brain sometimes goes, right? And when somebody is not able, when the brain power is not there, it leads to many, many, many conditions, right? From depression, to schizophrenia. I mean, just name it. It goes down, 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 and it's not Alzheimer's and everything of that sort. So senility, just name it. So you want your brain to be intact, right? You want to be able to be there to enjoy your senior years, to spend time with the family, to remember the family's names and the children, the grandchildren. They look forward to that. And that's a good place to start. So with LiveGood, we have methylene blue. It's an anti-aging nootropic. And nootropic is something that can improve your mental skill, like memory, mood, and longevity. So ultimately what you get enhanced memory, protect brain cells, support positive mood, and also improve your focus and cognition. Methylene blue, how much is it? $12.95 for the member. At a retail, you will get it at or $20. All right. So it is a good thing to know and to have. We have multivitamins. And our multivitamin, not any ordinary multivitamin. It is a vitamin that is specifically formulated to give us the vital amines. That's what vitamins means. Vital amines. Amines is a compound that your body needs. It's very vital. You cannot do without it. And so we have 24 vitamins and minerals in this multivitamin, specifically designed for men and women. All right. It is intended to improve our immune system and also our cardiovascular system. All right. Your heart function, your blood, your circulation, and all of these things. And also with all of that, it promotes healthy aging. We all have to age. We can't stop ourselves from aging, but we can do it healthily, right? In other words, you don't necessarily have to be diseased, to get a stroke, to get, some congestive heart failure or something. You can actually age gracefully, right? And don't have to be spending too much time at the hospital, right? Or, sick bed or something of that sort. The fact is most persons, at least 1 in 10 or 9 in 10 persons, I should say, is deficient in one or more mineral or vitamins. And that's a research that has concluded such, all right? And so when our vitamins are not up to par, our organs begin to fail, our foods are not digested properly, and we do not function at peak level. Our immune system break down, and just from one spiral to another, and your body is not able to resist or to combat the germs and the germ warfare, right? And so this is not good for you. You can easily succumb, and that's why sometimes even during the COVID, a lot of aged persons passed away. Your system was not able to combat the disease. And a lot of persons who were immunocompromised, persons who had chronic disease, right? A lot of them succumb to the COVID, right? So if your body was already on the stress, working maybe at 75%, and then you get that additional load of virus that your body does not know and has to be working overtime to try to figure it out and try to combat it. Within that time, this virus is multiplying at a record pace. Before your body is able to figure it out and build an antidote for it, you're dead. And that is exactly what happened, right? Because your body was already working at a reduced capacity because of the chronic illness that you had. So it pays to nourish your body and to give it the nutrients that is lacking or that is not in optimum level. And that is what our multivitamin does. It has everything that is necessary for your daily function. Your vitamin E and your vitamin B, the entire B line of products, of vitamins, vitamin C, E, folic acid, biotin, and some that, all things that you probably remember learning at school about your vitamins, your iron and your iodine, your zinc and selenium, magnesium, all of the trace minerals that your body needs. They are all there in this multivitamin for just how much? $9.95. That's less than 30 cents a day. And you could get this in our LiveGood, our LiveGood products. We also have vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is not in the multivitamins because vitamin D is just so vital that you had to create it. They had to create it by itself. You couldn't just put some of what you need. You had to put the full complement of what the body needs. The thing is that you do not get vitamins, or you don't get much vitamins from food products. The good Lord designed that everyone, no matter where you were on the planet, no matter what your income was, you would be able to make the vitamin because it's just so important to your body. And so he made it so that our body would produce it as it is exposed to direct sunlight. All right? So that everybody, whether you're poor or rich, you should be able to get vitamin D. You just have to be exposed to the sunlight. Unfortunately, many of us stay away from the sunlight because somebody told us that if you stay in the sun, you're going to get skin cancer. And many of us have never heard of anybody who got skin cancer in the sun, but somehow we believe it. And so we go for the shade because the sun is too hot. We Black people should not have a problem with the sun. The same Lord who created the sun to shine upon us also gave us something in our skin called melanin, right? And melanin traps the bad ultraviolet rays from the sun, prevents it from penetrating through your dermis of the skin, and prevents the skin cancer and so forth. Now, a Caucasian person does not have as much melanin as a Black person. And that's why they sit in the sun for a little while and they get a tan. You sit in the sun for a little while and don't get anything, right? Because you need a lot more exposure to sun to penetrate and to give you that tan that they have, right? Now, of course, we can still get sunburns. We're not saying that you should stay there forever, but you need some exposure to the sun, direct sunlight, in order for your body to convert cholesterol in your skin so that it can convert it to vitamin D. All right? It's a kind of long process, not as long as we think, but the body is able to do it through the liver and the kidney. So these two are important. That's why when persons have kidney or on dialysis, have kidney problem, you see they're giving them calcium. You see they're giving them vitamin D, right? Because their bodies are not able to produce it, because part of the process of producing vitamin D involves the liver and the kidney. So the first hydroxyl group is added by the liver. So if you have liver problem, liver failure, and so forth, and cirrhosis and so forth, you know you're in trouble, because that very first step to produce the vitamin D is already, you know, messed up. And so then if you have kidney problem, that's another stage that is also messed up. But that's why when you say when you have chronic diseases and so forth, it messes up your whole system, and you know, and that's why people eventually succumb. Diabetes and so forth cause kidney problem, right? And you know, so that's why at the end the complications eventually kills the individual, right? So you need this. You need your body to be intact. You need your organs inside to be intact, and this is what LiveGood is all about: restoring and correcting, and you know, and all the deficiencies that we have, so that we can function at optimal level. Vitamin D is important for the absorption of calcium, right? So if vitamin D is not being produced through the skin as you ought to, or if there is kidney problem that is preventing that vitamin D that you need, the one that is the potent active one, it's called 125 dihydroxy vitamin D. If that is not being able to be produced, you need to take a tablet or some, you know, or supplement to get that vitamin D. Right? So here it is in LiveGood that you have it in a supplement form, especially for persons who do not get as much exposure to sunlight, or maybe because of their work or because of the place that they live. They live in the cold, in the winter, and do you know why in winter time that we have more respiratory problems? It's for the same reason, because we do not, there's lack of exposure to the sunlight. Our bodies also lack in vitamin D production, and so the amount of vitamin D that is circulating in our system is vastly reduced, and because of that, the germs begin to take over, and you get the flu, and you get the COVID, and you get, you know, all of these things that has to do with respiratory illnesses. That's exactly the reason. And the scientists have shown it, they have proven it. The flu season starts at the same time the winter season starts, right? When the sun is out, the flu is at bay, because your body, people that are out in the sun, exposed, they get their vitamin D, keeps the germs away. So what is the advice to us, especially us living in the Caribbean? When our kids are playing out in the sun, leave them alone. right? It is not going to get skin cancer. Forget that. What you're going to get is a good dose of vitamin D that will keep the germs away, right? And keep their body working properly. All right. So away with the fallacy that if you stay out in the sun, you'll get sick. But again, I'm not saying that that's a general rule, but that if it is affecting you directly, so be it. We understand that, but you still need some exposure. Whether how limited it is, you need some exposure. All right. It also protects. It also helps us absorb calcium, builds our immune system, and also helps improve the way our muscles function, right? Also how it helps reduce inflammation in the body. It helps the process of cell growth and the neuromuscular and immune function of the body. It also helps us metabolize glucose. So you see, vitamin D is just so important. We need it all. Vitamin K is a blood thinner, right? So it keeps it, so we talk about circulation and so forth. It keeps our blood from clotting, in an unusual way, so that you don't succumb with these blood clots and these kind of problems that that's associated with cholesterol and so forth. So so we're talking about some supplement that is good for the bones, the calcium absorption, the phosphorus and so forth. It is important for the immune function. It is important for muscle strength. It helps prevent inflammation, helps your heart, keeps your heart functioning well. Vitamin D3, K2, 850 in the LiveGood market. And when you look at compare it with some of the other vitamin D out there, you see that our price is vastly different. 850 for the member, 34.45 for Metagenics vitamin D, and $21. So you see how much you're saving by being on the LiveGood products. Another mineral that is so important, they had to make it single and separate from the multivitamin line. And this is magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body every single day. So a lot of the processes that needs to take place, the enzymes that are necessary to get these processes happening, magnesium is important, is directly involved in all of that. If your magnesium level is low or below what it's supposed to be, a lot of these 300 processes will be affected. So you imagine the sum total of that, of the body. Magnesium also, when there is a lack of magnesium, you have difficulty in your sleep pattern, difficulty falling asleep, and difficulty having a good night's rest. When your magnesium level is high, or it's where it's supposed to be, optimum, where it's supposed to be, it takes care of that problem. So a lot of you may be sitting up and saying, I cannot sleep, or maybe after I have my first nap, I can't go back to sleep. It may be there is a lack of magnesium in your system. And how do you put back that magnesium? Well, the safest, the best and easiest way, LiveGood Ultra Magnesium Complex. It is magnesium glycinate and magnesium gluconate. And these are the two most bioavailable magnesium that there is. All right. So Ryan Goodkin, when he does his research and when he puts this product together, he looks for the very, very best. All right. Beyond that, magnesium helps us manage our blood sugar. Again, just like the vitamin D, it helps us manage our blood sugar by the metabolism of the glucose, right? It also amplifies our muscle strength and our exercise performance, right? And it reduces pain, magnesium. So decrease also helps with our focus, also helps with our managing stress. So there's just so much that we obtain from magnesium. What is the cost of magnesium in LiveGood? $8.95. What is the cost of a competing product? Very good, just similar to ours. But what is the cost? $28.50, $28.90. Ours, you're saving almost 68 and 69% with the LiveGood product, right? I could tell you why our products are so low as we continue. Super Red is the flagship of the company. This is the one that is sold the most, right? And has been for some time. cardiovascular health, circulation, anything that deals with the cardiovascular health, heart health, right? Blood and veins, and this is what that usually kills persons, right? And from diabetes and pressure and the congestive heart failure and angina and all of these things, arrhythmias and and irregular heartbeats, and all of these things have to do with your cardiovascular health. That's what pumps the blood around the heart, around the body. That's what keeps us alive. As soon as your blood cannot reach the brain, you get a stroke, right? Or you get or seizures and so forth. I mean, just name it. It's just from one thing to a cascading thing, from one to the other. And so when your heart is not functioning properly, your whole system is affected. A super red corrects that. And the way it does it is by increasing your nitric oxide concentration. Now, nitric oxide is the natural vasodilator of the body. What's a vasodilator? Something that opens up the blood vessels so that it allows blood to flow freely without restriction and perfuse the entire body, all the system, right? So the red blood cell carries oxygen. So as more blood is flowed throughout the body, more oxygen goes into all the cells. And so the cell becomes alive. Exactly what we saw with methylene blue, right? It brings these cells alive again because the mitochondria has the raw material it needs to produce the energy to keep your cell working properly and all the function that it is designed to do. All right. Beyond that, well, as it relates to circulation, if there's greater circulation, there will be greater energy because the cells have more oxygen, they have more food, the nutrients that they need to produce, and so they do produce more because they have the ingredients, right? Recovery, if you're sick, to recover much easier, much faster. You can deal with stress, right? You multitask and function. Your body is just working at optimal as if when you were in the early 20s, right? Your brain and cognitive function is improved. Your liver growth and regeneration, everything gets back to where it's should have been. Beyond that, it also helps with libido, your sexual life, right? Sexual life have a lot to do with circulation of blood. For men, for women, especially for men, circulation of blood. And that is why some men cannot have, they are important because of poor blood circulation, stagnation, congestion, prostate problems, blocking, preventing blood flow and everything of that. So I mean, just name it. And it could be it could be one thing, it could be many different things, and they just can't keep an erection. Well, with the blood vessel opening up and more blood flowing, then that should correct all of these things, and you won't even have to use Viagra, right? It's a natural Viagra. We won't go through the process, the science behind it, but we have done that in the past, and we can do it sometime when we have a little more time. But what is in super red? Alfalfa grass, barley grass, beetroots. That's very important. Beetroots, Hoffenberry, one of the highest antioxidant rich berries in the world. Hoffenberry, Aronia fruit berry, very, very high in vitamin C, vitamin C. It's called a super fruit, actually, right? So much vitamins in it. We have it here in the super red. So and the pomegranates and the grapeseed and all of these things that everybody know that has all of the antioxidant. So when you put all of these things together, we are talking about cardiovascular power, right? And that's exactly what it is. Super red, $18. Compare with Organifi's red juice, $69.99, right? And this is in a juice form that needs preservative and so forth. Ours in a powder form with absolutely no preservative, just a drying agent to keep the moisture away, right? But nothing, absolutely nothing. So when you're taking this product, you are actually taking the pure red line of products. Now we also have the green line of products, super green. And everybody knows the greens are very, very good, right? From the very beginning, when the Lord created us, he gave us the greens to eat, not the meat and the thing. This thing came after, right? But he gave us it from the very purest body with absolutely no disease. He fed them with the greens, right? So when you feed on the greens, you are actually basically taking in the Edenic diet, right? For those of us who actually read the Bible and so forth, you will know that. So what does it do? Very good for your immune protection, for energy and recovery. Talked about that earlier. For stress, like the magnesium, but also for digestive health, with the roughage, the fiber and so forth. Increase the bulk in your large intestine, allow you to have normal movement, right? And so forth. So you're not constipated, right? But also detox because of the compounds inside of it, right? The aloe vera and so forth. Clean up the liver, clean up, the alimentary canal and so forth. And so we're talking about something that is very, very good. It's good for your food, it's good for your digestion, but it's also good. Here's something else that is good for, and I want to talk about that. Gut microbiomes. In your body, we live with we call it germs, but they are actually good bacteria, good viruses, good fungus that lives on our body and in our body, right? It's called microbiome. And the microbiome is fed by the super greens, the products, the green products, right? So when you don't eat this, when you don't eat your greens, you're not feeding your microbiomes. And when your microbiomes are not fed, they die. And guess what takes over? The bad bacteria, the bad fungus, the bad viruses take over because the good ones are dead. So mothers, feed your children with the greens. And do not say the children don't like it. They don't like it because of many times because of the way that we feed them, because of the facial images that we make when we're giving them the thing. We ourselves don't even want it, right? We make it seem as if it's the worst thing. I heard a guy said, I was at a restaurant, I saw the guy stacking his plate with chicken, and so I said, I don't see the green. And he looked at me and said, do I look like a cow? And lo and behold, he came down with a heart problem. But of course he would come down with a heart problem because he's not taking any greens, right? And when you go to the supermarket, or when we go to the restaurant, or when we go to the hotels, when there is a buffet, usually there's all of the food before, and the chicken and everything else. And at the last end, there is some salad. And when your plate is so full, there's no place to put salad. So you just sprinkle a little bit at the top. Wrong. But the French do it the other way around. They give you the salad first. Do you wonder why they are in much better health than us? Yes, because they feed on the stuff that is the very best for us. And the bioflavonoids and so forth that they get. It's in the greens, right? I was in Martinique just recently, and honestly, I was looking for it, and I hardly saw one obese person, right? Maybe I could have counted maybe on my thing, on my one hand. Everybody is slim and trim, and they take their exercise seriously, and they're cycling and everything of that sort, and they eat much better. They eat a lot of vegetables, all right? And so we need to get back on that as ourselves and leave the American diet, the Big Mac and so forth. Leave them alone. It's not helpful for us, all right? So feed our microbiomes and we will do well. Our complete base protein is good for you as a protein source, right? So you don't have, especially if you have been told, your cholesterol is high and so forth, and you want to move away from the meat, this is a absolutely very, very good alternative to have. And there is no such problem because it's totally plant-based, the best of the protein, rebuilds and restore your muscle and your joint, build and maintain your lean muscle, and actually causes you to lose weight, all right? To lose weight in a really, really wonderful way. Beyond that, it is impregnated with 26 vitamins and minerals. So you're getting a really, really complete food here. Barley doesn't have the fats and some things, but generally it has a lot of good stuff in it that you can literally feed on. It makes the best shakes. It makes the best, you can use it to do so much thing. I think Barbara will tell you what you use it for, right? It is just really, really good. And it tastes really, really good as well. The factor 4 is had to do with inflammation. It has the fish oil, that is where you get your omega-3, the turmeric, the CoQ10, and the garlic. These 4 items are four of the world's most powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients or agents. All right? They're all been put together in what is called factor 4. And it supports your joints, supports your organs, supports your immune function, also your heart and your circulation, and fights inflammation. When you have this thing combined, all of this effect, you're controlling and you're reversing inflammation, right? I'll tell you something. Most of the disease in the world is associated with inflammation. In fact, I should say 50% of all deaths are attributed to inflammation, all right? And heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, kidney, all of these things are inflammation, right? So if you are taking some supplement that controls and reverse inflammation, you're giving yourself a new lease on life, all right? And that's exactly what factor 4 does. It really, really works. We have organic coffee that is just have a coffee flavor, right? But it could have been a vanilla flavor, it could have been any other. And it supports a healthy mood because it has Peruvian ginseng and it has maca powder. These things are helpful for focus and mental clarity. And it also have what is called functional mushrooms. And what the functional mushroom does, it helps stimulate the burning of fat. And that is how you lose the weight, right? So that your body naturally would go to burn carbohydrates and the fat gets stored, right? So you can lose the weight because you're burning carbohydrates. But with the mushrooms, the mushrooms stimulate your body to burn the fat so that all of the stores it has, instead of just storing it away, it takes it down and then it breaks it down so that you can get the same amount of energy that you would get with the carbohydrates. And that is how the fat store begins to decline. You naturally lose weight. When you add that to your exercise, and maybe changing your diet, eating less and so forth, eating better, eating your greens and so forth, you will get some really, really good results. So it helps you with remodeling your lifestyle and your eating habit, and you will see results definitely. All right. We have CBD oil, the CBD oil that is good for so many things. CBD oil is a phytocannabinoid oil that is taken from the hemp plant. It is one of the many 113 identified cannabinoids in the cannabis plant. This is one of them, but this is the most prevalent in the plant. 40% of the entire plant extract is CBD. And maybe there's a reason why the Lord put it so much in there, because it is maybe the one that is the most powerful in terms of its antioxidant property. So it relieves pain and inflammation. It's very good for arthritis, depression, anxiety, seizures, Parkinson's, I mean, just name it. And all of these things are not things that persons are seeing. That's what the scientists have tested. So in so much that there's something called medicinal marijuana now, right? Where they actually extract these things and use it in medicine, use it to produce certain tablets and so forth, so that persons can get the benefit of it, right? So CBD, it's $18 in the LiveGood, but compare that to Green Roads, who have a CBD that is less in power, less in concentration, but it's 5 times more expensive at $90, right? Young Living has this for $80 and ours is only 18, right? So you understand why LiveGood persons are coming over to LiveGood to buy their products now, right? E-free has a lot have to do with the people that require a lot of energy, the people that are the athletes, the football players and so forth, people that are, those who are doing the weights and so forth. This work a lot for them. But also if you're doing your aerobics and so forth and you want some energy and endurance and also hydrating your system, it's a very, very good product to have. And of course, our price is always the best, $18 for it, all right? When you compare that to similar product, Bulk Up has theirs for $50, Alpha Brain, $50, you know, ours $18. So you could see the difference. And more recently, we have introduced the essential oils. And the essential oils help relieve stress, boost immunity, fight infections, you know, support digestion, helps with concentration and energy level, alleviate aches and pains, and promote sleep. So you can, when you burn these essential oil, and these are the ones that we have, the lemon essential oil, the lavender, the tea tree, peppermint, frankincense, as well as the immunity blend. These are the ones that we have. Ours is just $50. Now, look at the whopping difference in price. doTERRA has the essential oils, similar to ours, 6-pack. Theirs is $209. That's US dollars, right? And ours is only $50. Young Living has this, or even worse, $252, right? And LiveGood makes their products for $50. So you could see the vast difference in price. Creatine is for the athletes, it's for the bodybuilders and so forth, the protein shake that they use to go to the gym and so forth. You know, so the mountain climbers, you know, those persons who are putting their body under a lot of stress, it is good for them, and they get it here at LiveGood as well. If you focus on your skin and you want to see improvement in the way that you look, you go for instant youth or ageless. That helps put the collagen back into your skin, help it looking new again, smooth, radiant, as you once used to when you were younger. So these are natural products that actually puts the collagen and the antioxidants back into your skin, and helps your skin regenerate again. And then there's the collagen peptide. This one is one that you drink. It is more, it has a higher concentration of the collagen, but this one is beyond just the skin. It helps your body promote the synthesis of your skin, your joints, your cartilage, your ligaments, and so forth. So persons who suffer from joint pains and so forth, they get older, you know, and so forth. This would be very, very helpful to strengthen these muscles again, to strengthen these it's called structural proteins, right? And to get your joints loose and mobile, your tendons, you know, not suffering, even your hair and your nails growing will start growing again, you know. So very, very essential. Beyond that, we have some patches. They call energy focus patches, as well as sleep patches that also would be good for persons who, you know, who need the energy during the day, but also want a good sound sleep at night, right? All of these are made with natural plant products, and it gives you 8-hour, you know, benefit, whether for being awake and being energetic, or being asleep and being restful. There's everything pack you can get. If you want everything that we talked about, $320, you can get it for all of that. If you want just the essential packs, where you're talking about the multivitamins, the vitamin D and the magnesium, we talked about that. This is only for $27.40. This is less than $1 a day, right? And you get the essential nutrients that your body needs every single day, right? The vitamin D, the magnesium, and the multivitamins that complements everything else, right? The lean body pack, if you're really concerned about your weight and you want to lose weight, but want to do it gracefully without having any sagging and that kind of thing, this is the pack that you probably want to buy, and it's all there in LiveGood. Now, how do you become a member of LiveGood? How do you benefit from this product? Well, firstly, you have to register using a sponsor's link. In other words, the person who probably would have invited you, or member of LiveGood, they would have a link that LiveGood creates for them, and they would give you that link, and you use it to register into the company. It is a membership company where persons need to become a member, right? In order to benefit from the things here. And of course, you can just buy products at retail and never become a member, but that's not a very smart way to use your money ultimately, because what happens is that you won't be getting any of the discounts, and so you're paying a lot more for the product, right? Whereas if you become a member and you pay your $10 on a monthly basis, you are guaranteed to get your products at a reduced cost, right? You can sell it at the retail if you choose to do that, but you'll get it at the member's cost. Now, but with LiveGood, what we recommend is that persons become affiliate members of LiveGood, because as an affiliate, not only do you get the product, but you also get, or let me say it this way, you qualify, or you put yourself in a position to get a compensation. Now, how do you become an affiliate? By paying $40 one time. You never have to do that again. So as long as you remain a member of LiveGood, you never have to pay that $40. It's a one-time registration fee. All right. And then when you do that, all you have to do following that is just maintain your membership at $10, $9.95 a month. Right? Now, I will show you the compensation plan of LiveGood, and how LiveGood is able to keep all of the products prices very, very low, because they do not have to put any markup on it to pay the compensation. Because you see, as members in most of all the network marketing company, they sell products, and it's on the sales of the product is what they use to pay their members. And so they need to put their prices high, sometimes 5 times higher than the product actually is cost, because they need to make the profit, they need to pay the overheads, and as well they need to pay the compensation. LiveGood does not basically it does in some instances. They have a few of the packages that have to do with product sales, but the majority or the most of LiveGood compensation plan is based upon the membership fee. Ultimately, the $10 that LiveGood that you pay on a monthly basis, LiveGood puts it in the compensation plan and redistribute it to the people who qualify for whatever they qualify. So LiveGood pretty much don't make any money on the membership. It use that to pay the compensation. But on the product that is sold, LiveGood makes the little profit on it. And I say little because they sell the product for just above the cost price. And the reason they do so is because they want persons to be able to come back the next month and get their product, and come back the third month and get their product, because they're doing it so that you could get healthy again. If you only take the product 1 month, you're not going to see the results. And then though you want it, but you can't afford it, so you can't buy it. And so even the progress that you made, you begin to regress again. What's the purpose? LiveGood puts the price at so low so that you will be able to stay on the product, right? And get yourself healthy again. It may take 6 months to get you back in shape. It may take you a year to get you back in shape, because your body was so damaged already, right? Your heart was not working, your liver was not working, your organs were failing, everything. It will take some time to get you back on track. But if all you can do is pay the products for 1 month because it's so high, then what is the benefit of that to you? The LiveGood keeps their product low so that members can come back and buy it and get themselves healthy, keep themselves healthy, and not have to pay a fortune for it. All right. Now, there is another way that you can become a member of LiveGood, an affiliate member, by paying for the entire year. So instead of paying on a month-by-month basis at $10 every month, you could pay the $40 and the $100, so $140, and that will take you for entire 12 months. You never have to give a cent to LiveGood again if you don't want to. They will never tell you, why are you not buying products? No, you paid your membership and you don't have to. But I'll tell you what, it pays to use the product. Not just talk about it and tell people how good it is. It's good for all of us, even if we have any chronic disease or not. It is the supplement that your body needs to keep it moving on a daily basis. All right. So that is good. As you become a member of LiveGood, you get a link. When you become an affiliate, you get a link. And with that link, you can share with your friend, and they use that link to join the company, right? And you can share it with as many persons as who wants to be part of LiveGood, because they see that becoming a member give them the product at a discounted price, right? What is called a member's price. And they also see that LiveGood gives money back to its members so that you don't even have to go into your pocket again to buy your product. From the compensation, the money that LiveGood is giving back to you, you can use that to buy your product. You can use that to pay your membership fee. You can use that even to sponsor somebody. You know, a friend of yours, a child of yours, you want to put into the program and you want to pay, you can use your compensation to do that, right? So LiveGood is a win-win any way you look at it, right? So beyond that, we LiveGood with your membership, your affiliate membership. LiveGood also creates for you what is called an e-store, an online store where all of the products of LiveGood is placed in your store. And LiveGood tells you if you can get it sold, you will get a compensation on every sale, right? And the way that LiveGood tells, the way that you can do it is just advertise it on your social media platforms. And you put your link, like the link, the blue you see at the bottom here. So you write on your Facebook, have you seen what's in my store? And somebody say, oh, you have a store? Okay, let me see. And they plug onto this thing. It takes them over to LiveGood. They read up all of the product. They say, wow, super rare. I don't like that. Put this into their cart. And they look again, they see the protein. Whoa, let me look at this thing. Look at how good this thing is. I want this as well. And they buy the product. And LiveGood, the company, takes their credit card, takes their money, ships the product, ensure it gets to them. You don't have anything to do with that. LiveGood does all of that. But because you are the one who used your social media platform to advertise the company, to show the product, LiveGood will pay you compensation for the sale. All right? That's a very, very, very good business that you can just do that. Some persons are good salespeople, and you can call up and say, check this thing out, right? And what we encourage persons to do is to become a member yourself. So you don't have to be buying the product at retail. You can buy it as a member and get your discount. So how does LiveGood give money back? Firstly, there is what is called the Fast Start Weekly Commission. And the Fast Start Weekly Commission, it is when you if you share your link with a friend who joins the company, they come in with $50, $40 the one time, and $10 for the first month. If they choose to come in at a year, they pay the $140 and they cover for the entire 12 months. If they want to do it on a monthly basis, all they do every month, they just pay their $10 every month, and that's it. So on that $10, on that $50 that the person brings into the company, LiveGood keeps $25, and they give you $25, 50%. The reason they give it to you because you were the one who brought in a new person into the company, new member. You gave them your link and they use it to sign up. So as they came into the company with their $50, LiveGood keeps it and they reward you for telling a friend about LiveGood. Through that process, in 14 months, tomorrow will be 14 months since LiveGood is in existence, and we are close to 1.2 million members because one person who saw the benefit of LiveGood told his friend about it. And one friend told another friend. And now we have 1.1 odd million people in just 14 months of existence, right? If you find something good, you always talk about it. And that is how your friends get to know. And because you care about them, you know that they are not doing very well in their health. And here is a way that they can get back on track. And they don't have to spend a fortune for it. But you tell your friend, they join, they become a member, they buy their products, they tell their friends as well. LiveGood spreads that way. That the more your friends that you tell, the more persons that join, the more you can make some weekly Fast Start bonus. It's called weekly Fast Start because it is paid on a weekly basis, all right? And there are other things that you can earn if you as you start growing and you become a bronze member, you can, instead of getting you can open the second level so that if you bring in someone who then brings in somebody else, you get the 50% on the person that you bring. He gets the 50% on the person that he brings, but you also get 10% on that second line because LiveGood gives you 10% on your second line, your second generation, and it gives you another 5% on your third generation, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. So you make some residual money every week as persons come in under you, right? So there is the matrix bonus. In LiveGood, everyone is given 2 positions. So the first 2 persons that you bring into the company, one goes on your right and one goes on your left. So your direct positions are filled. On your first line, that's your first generation. On your second level, if you bring in a third person, it will have to go below one of the persons that you brought the first time, right? Because it's only 2 positions that you have. And so you see the blue goes under the gray, right? And so forth. And so as long as these 2 positions are filled, it goes to the next line, right? And so, but what is happening here, a matrix is being filled under you, you see? And your team is growing bigger and bigger, right? It's growing. Now, eventually, your team will start growing and growing and growing, and your members who you brought also growing their team. It goes below, below, below. Your base becomes a little bigger, like a triangle, you know, going upwards. You are the CEO of your company. You are the boss. And under you have a team. Your executive, you know, your field officers, your workers, and so forth, and just keep going down and down and down. Eventually, what you will have over time, you will have a big team being built, right? So it starts with 2, then on the second line has 4, which is, and that's a total of 6, and the next line has 8, that's a total of 14, and your team is being built. And as your team builds, LiveGood says, for every person that falls under you, up to 15 levels down, we will pay you 2.5%, which equates to 25 cents for each person that falls under you. You said 25 cents, I say yes, 25 cents every month. So if you have 100% under you by 25 cents, that's $25. That's an every month thing, right? You get it. As long as, you know, you remember. Now, for the month, your team probably grew beyond 100, probably go to 115. But the second month, you don't get just 25, you get 25 plus whatever the 15 amounts to, right? Which is another $4. So you're talking about $29 and so forth. So as your team begins to grow, just look on the first level here. You see your team gets to 1,000. And at 1,000, you're down to level 9. 1,000 persons under you at 25 cents. That guarantees you $255 every month, right? $250 for 1,000. 1,022, you get 255. If your team over time, 2 years, 3 years down the road, you're in the company, your team is being built, your people, you're still doing your presentation, you're still inviting persons, but beyond that, you're helping your team under you to grow, well, you might very well become a diamond. And at the diamond level, you have over 65,000 persons that would form in your matrix, 2, then 4, then 8, and just going down the road until you can get to a place where you can earn $16,000 every month. And even if you didn't get there, but you got to level 10, that's $500 every month, right? But everybody would continue to grow over time, and that's how you become a diamond. Now, there is a matching bonus that is even, I mean, this is remarkable, because for every person that you bring into the company, they themselves then start bringing persons into the company, they will get a matrix bonus, 25 cents on everybody. Supposing that you have gotten yours for the month, and it came to 200, but the people that you brought, let's say 3 persons into the company, and each of them earn $200 for their matrix. Well, the company will give you a 50% matching bonus for all of the people on what they got. So the people that you brought 3 persons into the company, each of them made 200. Well, the company will give you 100. For every 200 that they make, the company gives you 100, 50%. If they made $500, the company gives you $250. Now, supposing you have 10 persons that you brought into the company, right? So every one of them makes $100. Well, the company gives you 10 by $50, because for every $100 that they made, you get 50. And so that's 10 by 50, that's $500 extra that you make it. I think you understand the concept, right? Every person that you brought in, Well, no matter what they make in the matrix, the company is going to give you half of it, right? And that can become a really significant figure, right? And then they have second and third generation of it as well. Then the company has the retail store that we talked about, that you own. As the products are sold on your retail, there is a profit that the company makes. In that case, Super Red is sold for $18 for the member, but it's $24 for the retail, the person who's not a member. You went onto your website, they bought the product, it will show them $24 because they are not a member, they're not entitled to the discount. So when they made that purchase, or maybe they decide to get the super green as well, and the protein as well, right? Or maybe something else that they saw that was very attractive to them, the creatine and so forth. Whatever the difference between the member's price and the retail price is the profit level that LiveGood makes, right? Difference between sales price, the selling price and the cost price, ultimately, right? So that's the profit. And so if they make $100 profit from your sales for that month, well, the company will give you half of it, and they will keep half. So you get $50, and the company keeps $50. But that's not all. If you are a bronze member, that means you have already signed up 2 persons under you, you become a bronze, then the company adds a 10% to your profit margin. So instead of getting the 50%, you get additional 10, that's 60%. If you become a silver, where you get 50 and 10, that's 60, and 5 and 5, right? And that becomes 60%. Or not, is it 60? Is it 70%, right? So as you grow in the company and your rank becomes higher and higher, you get more on the sales of your product, right? And so that is how the company repays its members. Now there is a fifth way that the company pays you. Not just a bonus. It's called a customer acquisition bonus. That I just discovered this one today. May have been around, but I hadn't seen it. And what that one does is that for every person that you personally enroll into the company, right? When they make their first product order, 10% of that order is paid out as a customer acquisition bonus. So let's say you brought in Sue, and Sue decide, wow, these products are so good, let me make a purchase. And she made a purchase of $100 in LiveGood for the first time that she buy product. Well, LiveGood will give you 10% of that order. So she bought an order of 100%, 10% of 100 will be $10. It's called a customer acquisition bonus, right? LiveGood continue to support you for sharing the idea of LiveGood with others, right? And as they become part, or whether they buy or they become member, LiveGood continue to support you for that. Now they too get supported because they tell their friends, and they will get their support at the end of every month. In this case, the customer acquisition is just a one-time on your first product, the first order that the person made. All right, so then we have the influencer bonus. 6-way LiveGood gives money back. If you are someone who are a good sales rep, or maybe you have contact or link with maybe a hospital, a pharmacy, a health food store, a gym or whatever, and persons who wants the product, the gym people want the protein shake, and everybody who comes there, they say, we have the product, they look at the ingredient, everybody wants that protein shake. Well, you are able to move $5,000 for that month for LiveGood. Well, LiveGood will give you, as we saw earlier on, the 50% for the sake of the profit, but beyond that, LiveGood will add an additional 20% commission. So that the profit level that is made, let's say the profit level for LiveGood from the sales of your product were $500. Now the profit level, everybody's entitled to getting half of that. That is $250. But LiveGood says, because your sales were over 5,000, we will give you 70%. That is the 50, that is mandatory, and then the 20% extra. That's 70% of the profit you will keep, and LiveGood will keep 40%. Right? And if you made a bigger sale one month with $10,000 sale for the company, well, they will give you 50 plus 30, that's 80% of the profit, and they keep only 20. Right? and 1 month you make a $50,000 sale, maybe not likely, but if you ever did, you get an additional 50% upon your 50%. So 50 plus 50 is 100%. You keep all the profit. LiveGood gets nothing. Right? That's how LiveGood wants to give back to its members. It tells you that's a company that values its members and value us telling others about LiveGood. So it's a company that when you get involved, you don't want to keep quiet about it. You want to tell your friends. The diamond pool bonus is ultimately the big one. That if you when persons get to that rank of diamond in the company, they are given a share of the company's sales. So for the sales of the company, 2% sale, 2% of the sale is put in a diamond pool. So if the company made $100,000 in sales, well, 2% of that will be $20,000. They put that in a diamond pool. Now, all of the diamonds in the company gets to equally divide whatever is placed there for the month. So if you ever become a diamond, you also get a share of what is placed in the diamond pool every month. Right? As long as the company exists, you will continue to get this every month. Now, the 2% will vary because this month, they may have only sold 100,000, but next month, more persons got to know about it and they sold 500,000. Well, your whatever comes back to you as they divide among all the diamonds, it will increase, right? But of course, the more diamonds there are, the more it has to get divided, right? So, but ultimately, the diamonds are making anything between $8,000 to $20,000 a month. That's a month, right? So it's not a bad place to be. You get into LiveGood, you start sharing the idea, persons begin to join. You are setting yourself up for the future. And you're helping that person also set themselves up for the future as well. Now, how do you get your money from LiveGood? Well, if you're in America, you get it directly into your, you can ask them to send directly into your bank account and that will be done. If you live in the international world outside of America, where you can use what is called the global e-wallet, and the global e-wallet, through there, it's available for you to withdraw money from there. You can withdraw it onto a card, a prepaid card, a MasterCard, and use it to buy your products of anywhere online. You can use it to buy your gas at the gas station. The same way that you take out your card and they scan it, well, they scan your card and take the money off it, right? To pay for your gas. You can, if a certain ATM that has a MasterCard, international MasterCard, you can push it in there and withdraw your money. Use it to pay your bill. Use it to buy your lunch, you know? Use it to give your kid, to pay your tuition. Yeah, you know, anything. Anything that you can use your money for, you can use it. It's your money. So you can easily withdraw it. There's also another way that you can withdraw your money is you can gain your money by Bitcoin. I should say not just Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency, right? And the cryptocurrency could be Bitcoin or Litecoin. It could be Binance or Doge. It could be Ethereum. Persons who are into cryptocurrency would understand that. And there are about 9 different ways, 9 different crypto that they can pay you into. And you can use it as you would use your cryptocurrency. So there are various ways of getting your money out of LiveGood, and you can use it for your everyday expenses. Of course, how do you become, now that you have heard the entire presentation? Now, I said I was going to go a little quicker, but I actually slowed down and actually gave you pretty much everything in the company. So you want to be a part of LiveGood. You're excited about it. You're excited about the products. You're excited about the compensation that you can make on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis. You want to become an affiliate member. Pay your $40 that entitles you to, or at least put you in the position for the compensation. And you also get your products free, and you also have your online store, and you can sell products, and you can do so many things to get money out of LiveGood. All right. But most importantly, you get your products. You get it at a discounted price. You save some money, and you get yourself back in health. Right? It may not be for you. It may be for your mom. It may be for a cousin, a nephew. Yeah, you know, their health is not too well, and you just want to do that as a gift to them. That's a safe way to do it in LiveGood. Real products, real benefits, and real compensation plan. All right? Now that you've heard that, don't waste time. Get back to the person that invited you. Let them know you're interested in getting started. And you will tell your friends, because by telling your friends, you are also earning money. All right? Having said so, thank you for listening. But as with every company, your individual success may vary and is dependent upon one's individual capacity, their motivation, their dedication, their level of desire, and how much performance, how much work they put in will be commensurate with how much they receive from it. All right? So let us get on board. Let us start, if you haven't, and let's build for yourself an investment for not for just you, but for your children. Well, you know, you can pass it on to your kid. You can help pay their tuition at school. If you put in yourself, making a decision today, right? Investing in a company that's growing faster than any other company that have ever been in network marketing, and you know it is legitimate, it is based in the United States, MasterCard has a contract with them, making a card available so that the members can freely extract their money and use their money. So it is all above board, and it is growing by leaps and bounds. With that said, thank you very much for listening. This is the end of our presentation.